We're going to do Childhood Detox, and I will be the lucky subject again because we're still in the midst of the pandemic with social distancing and so on. And I'll just explain, this is Childhood Detox, and in order to do the Childhood Detox, what we do is we cut open the energy field of the legs to work on the energy body legs, because that is where our childhood memories and childhood emotions are stored. And when we want to revise the past or heal something that is in the past rather than in current time, one of the places we want to look is inside the energy body, because that is where the residue and the accumulation of the toxic or negative or broken energy is happening. So we are going to cut open the energy field to access the energy body, and I will show how to do that and narrate it. Now normally we do the basic detox procedure, or not necessarily normally, but in the book it has been laid out to do the basic detox procedure. I'll just explain a little bit about that procedure and why I'm going to use fast basic detox. In the basic detox procedure, we use Uvite on magnesite. But this is a hard material to get, and it is very expensive. And so I came up with an alternate procedure called fast basic detox that does not require this expensive and hard to find material. And that's the one that I'm going to use to demonstrate today's childhood detox. So let's get going. Let me first attune the crystal to myself. So I'll just clear it in the bowl. And now I'll program it to attune it to me. And I'm going to place it on these orange calcite hearts because I did have an extremely emotional childhood, and I know that emotional support will be very helpful for me as I go through childhood detox. Now, you do childhood detox on the legs, and so I have built proxy crystals to act as the legs. And this is the lower leg, these are the knees, and this is the upper leg. And the good thing about doing the remote work is the amount of distance that has to be covered is much less than when doing an in-person session. So I'm actually going to be able to detox all of the legs, but only one layer, because otherwise it becomes too intense and too much. So my intention, only one layer, but all of the legs. Let's start by cutting open the energy field. To cut open the energy field, I need 2 diamantinas, and I'm going to use my gorgeous basic wands with the diamantina ends to do that. And I'll start here on this leg. I bring the points together, I take them away, I bring them together this way, I take them away, and then I peel back the energy field. So now this leg is open to the energy body. Now I do the same on this side. Cut open, peel back, peel back. And now I have opened up the energy body legs so I can work on them. First step is to prick with a pricking wand using mica. And so I just prick like so. And this releases and opens the energy channels so that the negative energy, the toxic accumulation, the old emotions, all the things that we want to release are able to exit from the area. I'm going to go over this with ruby and fuchsite as well, because when you do this with ruby and fuchsite, the love from the ruby stone can go into the empty spots where the negative energy has been released. So here we go, and I'm going to prick with ruby in fuchsite as well. There we go. Very nice. Wow, I can feel that working. Hope I'm not going to hypnotize myself again like last time. Chances are good though. Then I take my fabulous piece of fuchsite where you can actually see how the energy moves, and I'm going to grid. And this gives the chemistry of getting the energy moving and filtering up into the space where we can then vacuum out the negativity and the toxic energy. You can see how really rapidly this works when doing a remote session, because the amount of area that has to be covered is so fabulously reduced. And that actually is an advantage of remote sessions. Very good. So next, after that, I want to use my garnet in matrix. So this garnet in matrix is the substitute stone for the Uvite on magnesite. Now, Uvite has a pulling action and garnet has a pushing action. So when I'm working with the Uvite, you'll see me pull the wand this way towards me, and it's pulling out, and then I'm dipping in. But with the garnet, I really am pushing, and I have to think of pushing, so I literally push into the bowl. And I prefer garnet in matrix because the garnet is being held in the matrix, and the garnet is forcing the matrix to take on the shape of the garnet. And that's what we're wanting, is for the garnet to push through the cells of the energy field, holding the shape of the cells in the energy field in place. I don't want any squishing of the cells of the energy field. Very good. And we're trying to block it. It's as if the garnet is going through a tunnel and clearing a tunnel of energy. There we go. It's working nicely. Nice. And again this way. So I'm basically gridding twice to make sure that I am clearing the energy body of this layer of accumulation. Good. So once that is done, we use the vacuum, and a vacuum is made with hematite. So this is hematite included quartz, and this is actually the one that taught this vacuuming technique to me. I'm very pleased with it. It's my friend. And there we go, we're just vacuuming up the little bits of negative energy and toxicity that we do not want to leave behind in the energy body. Very nice. Good. I can feel the energy lightening up as I go, and that's rather excellent. And the thing is, hematite is magnetic, so sometimes you do have to release the surface tension to get the hematite to release the the energy that's accumulating on it. That's it. Just feel a little extra there, that part of the leg. Good, excellent. Nice, so that's clear. Very nice. And so now that childhood detox is actually done. And I'm just going to check in and see, is there anything else I need to do? And the answer is yes. I need to put in some white light at the knees, which I think is interesting. And so what I will do is I'll just stream some white light in. Oh yeah, I can feel that. Good. And then there as well. These knees, very good. And now I can check, is that done? And the answer is yes. So I will now close up the energy field. So I take what I peeled back and I bring it back in to the center cut, and then back in, and then I close the energy field with my 2 diamantinas. You do not have to be in a wand like this. You just need 2 diamantinas. It works a little easier, a little more quickly, a little more efficiently if you have it in a basic wand. And so that's what the benefit is of the basic wand. As long as you've got 2 diamantinas, this will work. Very nice. So that is beautifully sealed up. Now I'm going to use my fancy new wand to work on the proxy crystal that is me. Just turn it around so I can see it. And we'll just keep that camera focused on what I'm doing and on the wands rather than on me, because that's more interesting. And I need to go from the feet up, so I have these new wands like this with this central vortex, and they work completely differently from my silver ones. And I'm going to just use that now because I can. I'm going to start here and come up the crystal like so, and I'm checking for energy flow. And it's pretty good. And now I'm going to feed energy in the following way. And now I'll go on each chakra. Wow. My whole back is tingling from this. It's pretty spectacular. Okay, there we are.